This is Twisted Granny Tarot. Don't worry about that. And we're doing Taurus in July of 2025. And we use at this channel a horoscope diagram to do a card reading, because this diagram gets us a lot of good information. Okay? All right. Now, so let's see what we can find that's happening during the month of July. Roman Festival of the Noni, Nonae, Caprotina, Nonus of the Wild Figs in honor of Judo. Nona, I thought it was something about a grandmother. I guess I'm wrong. And also July 17th, the birth of Isis in Egypt. And Chinese sun goddess Amaterasu is honored with a Shinto procession called the Amaterasu Omikami. I had a friend that was her religious name. Let's just call it that. Her hobby name. Okay, so we're going to start out with Taurus, and we're going to start out with the Fairy Tarot cards designed by Doreen Birchow. She designed the copy, and she's an author. And Radley Valentine is apparently her preferred artist. So here we go with Taurus 2025. And okay, I was just thinking to myself that Taurus is on an upswing here. And I think you may have been getting little clues in that direction, but you can't quite see the end of the story. But you know things are moving, and you're like in anticipatory stage. Something's happening. I don't know what yet. You're going to find out eventually. Now, Six of Winter is the first card here. Winter is the equivalent of Pentacles. So this is a money card. Okay? It says positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times. So maybe you had a few dings over the last winter and spring, but they're over now. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. So are you all going to be on a trip this summer? I sure as heck hope you are. Okay, second house is your money now. Now this is the Cups card, and this Four of Summer is actually the equivalent of the Four of Cups, which is a card that shows a person contemplating three cups that are in front of her or him. And he's kind of bored with those cups, and he's not really happy with the way things are turning out, and he's just got bored with it. So he wants something new. So what is happening? A cup is coming to him out of the clear blue sky through a cloud. He got no idea that is going on. He can't see it, but he's going to get some help from an unseen source very soon. That would be you. So you're going to get some help from an unseen source very soon. Now, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. So he's not really paying attention to the cup that's in the air that's coming towards her or him, right? Taking someone or something for granted. Discontentment with life. So you need a little shove. You need a little push. You need a little pep talk to return yourself to your good nature. You're just generally good natured. Okay, so there we are. Now, third house is your communication house. And this is a Five of Autumn. Well, that means, hang on, Pentacles. So, reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. The Five of Autumn. So actually, this is kind of a conflict card. Yeah. This is, so Taurus, some of you Tauruses out there feeling semi-depressed because your life isn't moving fast enough for you, and it may move fast enough for you once the political scene has been soothed, so to speak. And poor timing for a career change. Well, I'm not sure you want to change. You don't want to change it as much as you want to improve it, okay? Feeling challenged by money issues. Well, yeah, feeling challenged by money issues. That's a challenge, all right. But stick with it, stay on track, and don't lift, my mother used to say, nose to the grindstone, shoulder to the wheel. That's what she used to tell me. So stick to the plan and proceed. Now, we got your fourth house of your home, 10 of spring. Wahoo. Ask for help from others. Spring is a wands. Okay, that's business. 10 of spring. Ask for help from others. All work and no play. Being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Well, so you need some money and you're kind of bored. So there's some ticklish things that you're dissatisfied with. So that might be in your house. Shh, my dog. It might be in your house. Overall, it's a good card. However, it just means there's going to be some serious responsibilities that are going to continue. Okay? Fifth house is romance and creativity. Now we got the 8 of autumn. Autumn is pentacles. That means money. Do more research before proceeding. So this is your romance and creativity. Do more research. So just because you see a nice looking person that you might like to get to know better, do some more research on that person. Okay? Get some background info. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeships. Well, that's what this wants you to do. You might be able to pick up a summer course somewhere, or at least investigate a summer course so that you may be able to attend the classes or online by fall, if that is what you want. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. Okay, so what it is here is there are some topics that you all are highly skilled at manufacturing. Let's just call it manufacturing. Whether you do it with your hands, whether you're knitting or making flower arrangements, you're manufacturing something in your head to sell. So, excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. So while you're in your daydreaming mode, you probably want to just skip the world of working for someone. You just want to skip that. And you just want to work for yourself. Well, I hope you can do that. So find a product that you believe will help you. Find a product that you believe will help you, that you can design and that you can promote. Okay? So I think that all that, so all this stifled creativity is a lot of this. You're bored and you want some excitement, and you've got talent, and is the time right to proceed with that talent? Maybe it's time to do the initial research and the initial prototypes and the initial market testing. You could entertain yourself with that for 3 months. And then at the end of that, you might be able to decide if that's the thing you want to produce, or is there something better? All right? All right. Sixth house is work and health. And this says King of Winter. And because this is a face card, I'm going to put another card on top of it. Get advice. Sixth house is work and health. And the King of Winter, it says here, is all about knowledgeable, experienced, he's fair-minded, and he's unemotional. Kind of like an accountant. So get advice from someone professional and objective. So you need to look at some money person who's going to help you determine whether the product that you would like to investigate and produce has a future being sold to people. Okay? Public speaking, unemotional relationships. So I'm betting that your recreational hobby is a lot more fun and serious at the same time than then you could imagine. Then you imagine. And so you want to take it to the next level, but how do you do that? You put one foot in front of the other, talk to people who do this kind of thing. Hey, do you know anybody who knows anything about blah, 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 blah? You have to ask everybody, really. Okay? Unemotional relationship. Okay, now, this is the equivalent of King of Pentacles. This is money. So you have a job and it pays you, but you're looking for a side hustle or you're looking to quit. It's something, and lots of people work their side hustles into a full-time paycheck. So that'll probably be okay. Now, the modifier on this card is the Two of Winter. Oh, this is where in a regular deck there would be a guy that's sort of dressed like a Joker or the King's Jester, maybe something like that, and he's got two balls in his hands and he's trying to balance them because he's trying to make a decision. So indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. So you may talk to someone about your project. And the guy says, yeah, well, I think that's an okay idea, but I really think the other thing would sell better. Well, if that's not where your heart is at, it might not. However, you could probably make drawings, interview some people, find a definitive use for this product that you want to manufacture. Okay? So you got a lot of good ideas. You just feel held back because you don't have a manual to tell you how to get started. Well, any entrepreneur really does not have a manual. They all do it by the seat of their pants. And it's very exciting and they can be very successful. I hope you're very successful. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Oh my goodness, look at this. And it's opposite of this, which is the 1st house. Positive changes are on their way. Look at that. This says, look to the future, the star. In your 7th house, the star. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains. Did you hear me? What did I just say? If you believe, and you believe long enough and hard enough, you will be able to get this project off the ground. You just don't let anybody tell you no. You don't have to tell them you're working on it either. Do it. Actually, it's probably a good idea to do it in secret. Do it in secret. Do it silent. Don't let it. That way no one can interfere with your methods. Your methods. Okay? Plus, only people who love you will want you to succeed. So be careful. Don't even tell, if you're not married, don't tell anybody but your wife. If you are married, don't tell anybody but your wife. I mean, if you can help it. Because it's really exciting to let people know about a new project that you're working on. However, not everybody will be as happy for you as you are. So, the star. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So you know what? While the world works at sorting itself out, you just may want to be preoccupied with your own project. So do that, because this is indicating that it can be very successful. Now, this card is the equivalent of, a byline for this card. It might be, for the highest good of all concerned. For the highest good of all concerned. Because I'm of the mind that your project has to do more with individual people than groups of people. Is it a medical apparatus? Something like that? Now, for the highest good of all concerned means exactly that. That, what did I do? I don't even know where it is. That it can be successful. Your highest ideals are put into it. That's why you shouldn't tell anybody, because they might tell your secret. And when a secret gets told, it loses its power. So you want to remain silent, do your work. If anybody asks you how your project's going, it's going pretty good, thanks. And then change the subject. Okay? Now, we have, that's the seventh house. Eighth house is money from other people, meaning, and we got a face card here, meaning, oh my God, we got another one. And okay. So the eighth house is money from other people. Money from other people means unearned income. So bonus money, lawsuit money, income tax check, inheritance check, insurance check. Did I say that? And the timing of that money, we are not privy to. The timing for any person with regard to their future and regard to a tarot reading, we can tell you about things that we feel are coming up, but we can't give you a date. Now, if you want to know, if you want to speed it along or you want some help, the people on the other side who have passed on, those are the ones that determine the date, because they're the only ones that can part the clouds and have you meet the right person at the right time for a successful endeavor. They could do that for you. So you ask them to do that for you. You get out their picture and look at them, say, Gramps, I really need help on this project. So can you help me along with it? Can you introduce me to somebody who can help me? Can you put me in the path of somebody who knows more about this than I do, and I can pick their brain? Pick their brain. Okay. So we're talking about the Prince of Spring here, and spring must be wands, right? Yep. Wands is Wands governs business. So what we have here is the Prince of Spring, who is almost like a tornado. He does things fast, and he thinks fast, and he talks fast, and he gets things done fast. So, Prince of Spring, or the Prince of Cups, is that what this is? Yeah, would be charming. He's self-confident, passionate, and restless. Immediate, and what the advice is at the bottom of the card says immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage. So it's already telling you you can manage your project. Don't hide. Do not hide. Do not delay. I don't know how you are about procrastinating. Some of us are terrible, but really good at procrastinating. And that means some of our projects don't get off the ground. So, but you can successfully manage. This is going to be really exciting. Look, carry it through to its logical end. If this product is valuable, it will show itself to be. The other thing is, this just might, just in case, you need to know this. This project that you want to get off the ground just could be a practice project for the real big one that's coming down the pike at some other date on some other time. Because very often life works that way. So you can successfully manage this project. So try to smother your self-doubt. Don't allow any of those self-doubts to come into your head. Okay? Now, this is the Princess of Cups, Princess of Spring. She's optimistic, enthusiastic. Oh, so this is, you love this project. It's like a love thing for you. So I think is it like a personal, are these items that people can use on their person? I don't know, that's what I'm getting. I mean, like, why do I, okay, this is what's coming to my head, medical implements, like you attach something to their skin, it keeps their sugar motivated, whatever, if that's what it is. It could be anything else, but it's something that you're good at and that you understand it and that you think you would like it to go to market. So put it together and see if there's, then you have to run like what do you call those tests, surveys, invite people over to take a look at it and see if they need it and interview them about how they feel about it, blah, 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 blah. You could give it give them copies for themselves to use for a week or two or something like that. Anyway, it's time to go after your dreams. Do you hear this? It's time to go after your dreams, Taurus. Okay, do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Okay, so I was giving you a cautioning you initially, but these cards are really insisting that you continue with this project, whatever it is. A small project, a big project. All y'all Tauruses out there could have any number of projects covering any number of ideas and necessary items. So just go ahead. Just don't tell anybody. If you have to have a partner, talk to your best friend. Maybe. Okay. Now, there's 2 face cards here. So now I have to pull a modifier on these face cards, and this says 7 of Spring. So it's a 7 of Cups. Are you ready for this, Taurus? Be assertive. Look at this. Be assertive. I think she looks assertive. Don't back down. That's what this says. Courageously stand up for yourself. So you, in spite of people picking apart your invention, you have to remain strong and realize that they don't see your vision the way you do because they're not capable of it. Okay, they're not capable of it. You can see it, and you can see it how it can be beneficial and helpful. So you just go ahead and do it because it will not end in vain. So if you don't get a big contract this time, you'll already have learned a whole bunch of stuff for your next project. Okay? All right, this is your 8th house of money from other people. Oops. 9th house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and longevity. And look at what we got here. It says life experience. Is that? I would have had to draw that. I picked it up by accident. It came in the shuffle. Okay? But philosophy, religion, higher education, and travel is all about life experience. And those topics you will be happy to explore your favorite topics along those lines first. And why wouldn't you? Maybe you want to travel first. Who wouldn't want to travel first? Who wouldn't want to take a course in some kind of spiritual situation that you need to know or you want to know, and that connects you to source comfortably and easily. So don't be bashful about travel. This is not to say you should jump too high and spend too much money. But all this travel is going to affect your future because you'll have so much knowledge behind you. All right, 10th house is your career. Oh my, balance. This must be the scales of justice. Okay, it says here, take everyone's input. Okay, now we're moving along to the completion of your project. Excuse me. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. That's what this says. No need to rush. And the longer you take, the fewer mistakes will be translated to the finished copy. Okay, so take your time. And there's no need to rush. And this says merge viewpoints to create a better solution. So there are going to be some times, I think I might have said this in the past, that you're going to need to pick several brains of people who are familiar with what you want to accomplish. Whether it's a machine, whether it's a product, whether it's there's going to be someone who can help you. Now, this is not to say he's not going to jump up and down and go, here I am. You have to go hunt him down. But don't get bashful, okay? All right, that's your 10th house. Look at that. Ooh, you got a lot of major arcana here. I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, now this is 11th house, which is long-term plans and friends from previous employers. Oh my God, what does it say? A windfall of money. A windfall of money. Advice or assistance from others. So there's going to be help for you along your way. There absolutely is going to be help for you along your way. And God knows if anybody likes to work hard, it's a Taurus. does not let any little tiny interferences get in his way, okay, or her way. A very successful project. That's what the card says. That's what the card says now. So we know that it has the opportunity to be successful. And it's up to you, Tauruses, who have a mind for new enterprises, are the ones who this message is for. Okay? A very happy change in your career. Could you see that? Did you see that? A very successful, a happy change in your career. How does it get any better than this? Holy cow. All right, 12th house is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. You have quite a remarkable spread here out here on this diagram, this horoscope diagram. And once you got the 12th house, you're the Empress. And what she says down here, time to take action, the power of creativity. So what I would tell the average person who gets this card in the 12th house is that somebody is coming to you in your dreams in the middle of the night and helping you accomplish what you need to accomplish. Now, a lot of you might not believe you'd be getting visitation from other entities. However, once upon a time, there was a man named Mr. Singer who wanted to make a sewing machine. And he tried many tests to try to get the threads to catch so that he could make a continuous seam. And the thread did what he wanted because he had a dream about it. And the dream showed him what the process was in order for that thread to make it through the fabric and hold things together. Are you with? That's a true story. You can find it in any encyclopedia you want to. It's flat out the truth. So if you've got somebody as powerful, because the Empress is, there's the magician, there's the high priestess, and then there's the Empress. The Empress is the queen of all the queens. So you've got the head queen in your ear, helping you connect the dots when it comes to this project and probably other projects she'll help you with if you continue on this journey. Why would you stop? Okay, so then we have, oh my gosh, the four of you. Oh, this says Four of Autumn, and autumn is Pentacles. So it's a Four of Pentacles. Manage your resources wisely. So in the middle of all this happiness and joy for new projects that you have in the back of your mind that you know is probably a good time to work on, because this is my totally uneducated opinion, but summertime things slow down sometimes, and then the work takes a, I don't want to call it takes a backseat, but it will be less, there may be less insistence and more time for fun at work if you can manage this project. Okay, manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help out those who are less fortunate. So in the meantime, even while you're planning to spend money to build X and planning to spend money to market Y and planning to put it on TV in a commercial, advertise it, that's all a lot of money. So, but this is still telling you to watch your pocketbook and remember to give back to others while you're doing it, because giving away money or to others means you get back something in return, because they're going to appreciate it. So, alrighty now, how about that? Now I have another deck here, and this is kind of like a, I call it the fortune telling cookies of a tarot reading. So here's a deck a friend of mine gave me. Sea melodies and enchanting images from the mermaids. Okay, so from the mermaids. So I'm going to pull one of these cards and I'll read it to you, and we're going to treat it like it's a fortune cookie. Okay. Okay. This one is stillness. What? In calm waters, everything's become clear. Well, you know what? You all Tauruses are steady on your feet anyway. You've got a good brain and it can handle a lot of subjects. You're good at diagnosing and you're good at separating items into their proper category. So, and if your head is all full of, you don't want to do that. You can't do that. Now, here's the other one. It's wild. Oh, believe in your, these two cards came out at once. Believe in your otherworldly beauty. Dance with the waves and drink in the sunshine. So they're telling you to have a good time while you're doing this, but remember to remain diligent, and to interview people you need to interview, and perfect this product. And it could take the rest of summer easy. It could take all the way till Christmas. Are you on a deadline? If you are, you really don't need to be, unless. Yeah, I don't know. What I was saying before, sometimes people procrastinate. All right. This is Sherry from Twisted Granny Tarot. Thank you kindly for joining me tonight, all you Taurians out there, and thanks for letting me be with you. All right, take care. Bye.